What's happening, everybody? It's Sabili TTO. I'm back and I'm taking over on a brand new and explosive episode of The Purple Couch. Welcome to the show. Today we are taking over from Soweto and celebrating two very important days in our history. Day number one being the 27th of April, which of course was the day where many South Africans all across the country went out to vote for the very first time, inaugurated our first democratic elected president, which is of course Nelson Mandela. The second day that we're celebrating on today's explosive episode is of course Workers' Day, which is the 1st of May. We celebrate the 396 men that worked in Johannesburg's electricity plant, and which is a day that we now celebrate in a place that we now know as Workmen's Museum in Johannesburg, Newtown. A big shout out to our sponsors, which are of course the National Department of Health and the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, for making it all possible. We're live on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. It is of course at LoveLifeNGO, hashtag The Purple Couch. Enough with the chit chat, let's get into this 30th explosive episode of The Purple Couch. Welcome to the show. And we're back and we're still taking over on this brand new explosive episode of The Purple Couch, and it's time for us to get into Spot the Trend. This is where we take a look at some trending topics that went down this month, kickstarting with Thabo Bester and Dr. Nandi Magudumana. So these people have sent shockwaves throughout social media with new developments and findings coming in every single week. The case is scheduled to resume later in this month of May. So let us know what you think about this. What do you think should happen, especially with everything that is happening in front of the country with our justice system? It's been compromised for the world to see. What are your thoughts on this? Hashtag The Purple Couch across every social media platform. That's Facebook, Twitter, and of course, Instagram. Our second Spot the Trend, we are celebrating the graduates all throughout the country who are graduating. And boy, is it making us so happy. Congratulations to you, and may you guys just go out there and take over these new opportunities that you've now unlocked. Do not listen to what people say to you. And we know that we've got some of the highest levels of youth unemployed people in the country. So please go out there and take over each and every opportunity that is put in front of you. Finally, we have unlocked a new stage of load shedding, which is stage 8. This is going on for longer and longer. We've got a new electricity minister. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think that because we now have a minister of electricity, things should become better? I think it should, but I think because there's now the face and there's now a minister to that, it means that this problem is not getting solved anytime soon. But that's my thoughts. We're live on Facebook, Twitter, and of course Instagram. It is at LoveLifeNGO. We're gonna take a quick break, but when we come back, more Purple Couch. Now, we took to the streets of Soweto to find out from young people what freedom means to them, and this is what they had to say.
Freedom is being able to do whatever you want to do, like being free and being comfortable in your own skin. So, to buy and like affording whatever that you want to do, like that's freedom for me. Like not to go for and you build the legacy of nan. So yeah, thanks.
What does freedom mean to me? I actually don't know, because I don't feel free. I know I should be free, but I don't feel free. I mean, what is freedom if I can't have the freedom to play, can't have the freedom to express myself without feeling enslaved to judgment? What is freedom if I can't work flexible hours and I'm working a 9 to 5 and I don't have time to play? And also, if I did have time to play, the pay don't pay the play. You know what I mean? I'm enslaved to having to work just to survive, pay off what I have to pay off.
So what freedom means to me is that you are able to express yourself creatively and you're living the life that you're passionate about. Because most of the people wake up early in the morning and they don't live the life they aspire to live. They're living a life based off someone's opinion, on someone's opinion. They're not living the life they want. So what's the life that you want for yourself and chase after that? That's freedom for me.
A big shout out to Meat Meat in Orlando, East Soweto for having us through to shoot our 30th episode. I don't think it would be right for me to come here and not have a bite, right? So I'm gonna take this to the grill and try and track down the manager so we can have a conversation with him. All right, guys, while my meat is getting grilled, I'm going to try track down the manager of Meat Meat so I can have a conversation with him about the business and everything else in between. And we're back and we're still taking over, and it's time for us to get into our exclusive interview. Like I said, guys, we are shooting today at Meat Meat in Orlando, Soweto, and I managed to track down the managing director of the brand. He goes by the name of Kuno. A very warm welcome to the Purple Couch, Kuno.
Thank you.
First and foremost, let's talk about this place, Meat Meat. How did you guys establish it? It's 2023, you guys are still operating. How has the journey been?
So we established this on the 1st of May in 2001.
Sure. So it was your birthday literally 2 days ago.
2 days ago,
Yeah.
that's correct, yeah. So we are, 22 years into this business. It was a business my mother started.
Yeah.
And I started helping her out here and there, in terms of making it to be a good business, in terms of getting people, getting flyers out, letting people be aware of what's happening and about, And only last couple of months, we then branched out to Orlando. So let's have another branch and let's actually make it like a franchise.
Yeah. Now with diversifying and obviously growing the brand and the business, it comes with a lot of challenges. What would you say have been some of the challenges that you guys have faced as a business?
Well, one of the challenges that we face is just having customers running away from our initial store because they want to see the new store.
Yeah.
So I think it will be a challenge in every store that we open, that people want to run there and kind of experience it. But the challenges are always things that we can tackle because we are evolving, we're making things better, we understand what people want and need. So we're able to tackle all those items.
Now, over the 22 years that you guys have been operating, the one thing that people absolutely love is obviously the food. Over the years, are you seeing maybe a change in what people like? And are you guys adjusting to that?
Well, what we've done is that we've kept it consistent for the past 21 years. We haven't changed a single item because we realize that people want what they know. And maybe we might add 1 or 2 items, but then when they do start to catch on, they do like it. So we don't want to make it too much variety. We just want to keep it nice and simple so that they can actually get to enjoy and say, oh, I know what I'm looking for and I'll get it there.
Yeah. Now let's take it back a little bit. Who is Kuno and how would you say, the work that you do now is kind of impacting the community? You guys have got so many employees working here, but who is Kuno?
Kuno's an entrepreneur, I guess. Well, I left corporate. I left my corporate job because while in corporate, I was still working for the business, running the business. So Kuno's a person that always tries to do things better at what we do. I'm an individual that's trying to push out my mother's name out there. As you can imagine, Meat Meat is known, but if you really look at the logo on itself, it says Homie's Butchery, which is my mother's name. So I'm that person who wants to actually leave a legacy behind, I'm a person that's always just humble and always looking for interaction with people, customers, and just to have a bit of an idea what people come here for, what they like, and also for them to be able to approach me and know that I'm always there to help them and speak to them.
Now in 2018, you guys won the Windhoek Shisanyama competition. What goes into being, the winner of a Shisanyama competition? Because South Africa is well known for Shisanyama, and that's something that we all do well. But what made you guys kind of be that place that stands out and wins the award?
Well, what we do is we pride ourselves in quality. We're a butcher. We are butchers, So everything that we do, we make sure it's fresh. And it's something that I would like to have myself and indulge in, as opposed to just pushing out numbers for people just to bring you money. It's about people appreciating what you have. So it takes a lot of time, effort, quality control, and making sure that your workers are actually skilled up. And that's what it takes to be a best Shisanyama.
Now in 2020, a lot of people kind of business stopped and life as we know it changed. What were you guys up to in 2020 and what have you guys done to still be standing in 2023? Because as we know it, a lot of businesses kind of lost business and closed business, But for you guys, what kept you guys going and what is keeping you guys going?
Well, it's our customers.
Yeah.
Our customers, they knew that they wanted something that's very unique, and that's what kept us going. The fact that they'd come and they'd find us open. You know, you'd find one customer, two customers. That was good enough for us to actually satisfy all those customers.
Yeah.
And that's what kept us going, you know. In business, you can't give up and say, oh, well, you know what, we're only getting 3 customers, going to close.
Yeah.
That one customer is what kept us going.
Yeah.
And consistency is what kept us going for the past 22 years.
Sure. Now, as we wrap it up, you guys just said you've opened a new location in Orlando East. Can people expect more locations around Soweto, even outside of this beautiful township?
Definitely. Look, we're looking at expanding and franchising it, like I say. Soweto's going to have a couple, other areas will have also. We want people across South Africa to actually get to experience it. Since we are the best in Sanama, so why not be the best in the whole South Africa and having that location everywhere else?
And where can people get a hold of you guys on the social media streets?
So yeah, we are available on Instagram. You can say Meet Orlando. Meet is also Instagram and Deep Blue. You know, Facebook. You can also find us there. And those are our platforms that we have available.
Sure, a big shout out to you and all the amazing work that you're doing, where you guys stand for the next 21 years and over. Do come out here, guys, and enjoy the meet. We had that for lunch today, and it was absolutely. We're gonna take a quick break, but when we come back, more. And we're back, and you're still tuned in to the Purple Couch right here on our YouTube channel. And it's time for us to get into active lifestyle. This is where we have conversations about keeping a healthy and active lifestyle. Today's guest is a fitness instructor who goes by the name of Siya Mashele. Welcome to the Purple Couch.
Great to be on the Purple Couch.
It's a pleasure to have you here as we're getting ready to get into winter, and I wanted to have a conversation about keeping fit. As we all know that summer bodies are made in winter. Is that a true statement?
As cliche as it sounds, yes, it's a true statement. This is when the motivation is built. This is when the hard work is built. Because these are the hardest days, the coldest days. And the only motivation you need is yourself.
It's yourself.
Yeah, and always remembering why you started something, you know?
Now let's take it back for you. Where would you say having a fitness maybe plan and being fit began for you in your life?
I think it began in tertiary.
Yeah.
I was in a journalism class and I had a presentation. Then I chose a fitness show. And my fitness show had a couple of fitness people that were just dissecting fitness and taking people on their daily training regimes and stuff. And then from there, I literally resigned from the newsroom 2 years after, and then I became a personal trainer. Yeah.
And since incorporating maybe fitness into your everyday lifestyle, how has your life changed?
I mean, the one thing that fitness has brought into my life is discipline.
Yeah.
As a 31-year-old, I am more matured and I am more driven. You know, I'm not for partying, but I'm for building and making sure that other people are happy.
Yeah.
You know, and it has just taught me to take care of myself and just to value myself more. Yeah.
And what does that look like? You mentioned partying. I'm sure it also consists of having a healthy diet. What does a healthy diet look like for someone at home who doesn't know what that looks like?
No, I hate saying a healthy diet. You know, I just like saying what people eat on a daily basis. Like from your jungle oats in the morning, having your fiber, then having eggs as a snack. That's your protein. And having a salad with chicken. Then that's your lunch. And then having brown rice with a salad with a chicken breast. So it's more or less making sure that you are having a balanced meals. I wouldn't say it's a diet.
Yeah.
And then you can just chop and change. You don't have to follow the same regime every single time.
Yeah.
You just keep on chopping and changing so that you don't get bored. Because that's what monotonous diets is what makes people to fall off their regime. So playing around with your diet and making sure that you enjoy the food is what's going to keep you there and help you get there quicker.
And also, you know your taste buds, so try to incorporate a healthy lifestyle into those taste buds. Now let's talk about, you know, people are always saying keeping fit is expensive, you know. Do you agree with that statement?
it depends.
Yeah.
There's a certain percentage. It's just different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
If you are living in Soweto, I mean, you'd just go to Dibu Square and you'd easily spend about 50 rand on vegetables. You don't have to buy them at your Woolies. You can just buy them at like your vendors on the streets, you know. Exactly. And just making sure that they're clean and then you can eat them. So you don't have to be out of this world and making just making means of what you have.
And working on being resourceful is also very important. And also on that note, on being healthy and keeping a healthy lifestyle, let's touch on going to the gym and having a gym membership. Do you think this is something that people should be taking on? Especially, you know, the other people who say that they cannot go to the gym or they don't want to go to the gym because it's actually is so expensive. What would be your response to that as someone who is a fitness instructor?
I think, honestly speaking, I'd have to bias with this one.
Yeah.
There's advantages of being at a gym and which is you've got a lot of machines to leverage from.
Yeah.
So you've got a lot of equipment to use in order for you to reach your goal.
Yeah.
Versus being at home, you'll have to use whatever that you have.
Yeah.
So let's say if you don't have a bench at home, you'll probably use like something, or maybe a brick or a broom.
As weights.
Yeah, as well. So you'll have to have alternatives. Whereas in a gym, you'll have a variety.
Yeah.
So at home, you'll have to work with what you have, and then at the gym is variety. So for someone who works in the gym, it's easier to come to the gym, and it's easier to lose weight in the gym. But it's also easier to lose it at home. So it just depends on how good your regime is
Yeah.
and how consistent you are. Because the trick is not in the gym, being in the gym or training at home. It's just
Yeah.
being consistent.
Being consistent.
As long as you're consistent, whether you are just following a clean diet on a daily basis without training, versus following a clean diet and training, you still get results.
Yeah.
But just being mindful of just being consistent.
yeah.
The trick is just being consistent.
Okay, now I've got two questions as we wrap up our conversations. For someone who is skinny like myself, who wants to get started with incorporating, you know, healthy trends into their lifestyle, what are some tips that you have for me?
So if you're looking to gain weight,
Gain weight, yes.
obviously gaining weight means eating. So you'll have to eat.
Okay,
So if you are eating a diet that has less carbs, you have to add carbs.
all right.
Versus someone who wants to lose weight, that one would have less carbs and more protein. You'd have both, more carbs and more protein.
All right.
Protein, because I believe in building a lean muscle. I don't believe in building on fat.
Okay.
Yeah,
So adding carbs and proteins.
adding carbs and protein.
Yes.
Just making sure that you've got sufficient intake of carbs and protein because you want to gain weight.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then for someone who is bigger, who wants to lose weight, what are some tips that you can give them?
So then for someone who's bigger and wants to lose weight, you need to be cautious of two things: your carb intake and your sugar intake.
So carb intake, sugar
Intake, and stay away from red meat.
All right. Stay away
Chicken
from
and fish must be your friend.
And I'm guessing also for both people, lots of water.
Yeah, lots of water, always stay hydrated every single time. Yeah.
Okay, well, Sia is going to be getting me kind of fit and giving us, everyone, me and you at home, some tips on staying fit this winter so that in summer we can launch our bodies. Continue to like, subscribe, and of course, share the channel with all your friends. Let them know that we're taking over. #The Purple Couch. All right, guys, we are still in our active lifestyle segment of the show, and this is where Usia is also going to be giving me some fitness tips that you can consistently add into your fitness, routine. So very easy. Sia, what are we starting off with?
Okay. Every Monday is leg day. We're gonna start with legs.
All right.
Make sure that your legs are always shoulder width apart. Tuck in your back, chest out. Okay, gonna take a sit like that. When you come up, squeeze your glutes.
Woo!
Okay, gonna do that 5 times.
Okay.
Start up straight. 3, 2, 1. Don't forget tuck in your back, chest out. 1, come up straight. 2, 3, squeeze your glutes when you come up. 4, and 5. Okay. The next exercise, we're still doing squats. It's a sumo squat. Okay. I want your toes to face out.
Okay.
Still the same position. Tucking your back, chest out. Okay. Hands in the front. Gonna go down. Okay. Let's target more of the inner thighs.
Okay.
Go back. Let's do 5 as well. 2. All the way up. 3. All the way up. 4. And 5. Okay. Woo! For the next one, just gonna come to the upper body. Let's come on the floor,
Okay.
Theo. Okay. Gonna be in a plank. It's gonna do a shoulder tap.
Okay.
Okay. Just 5 on each. 3, 2, 1. Make sure that you're straight. 1. So I don't want you to lean forward. Keep on going. Let's go. Tap, tap.
Okay, well, all right.
Okay, let's go tap. Okay. Tap again. Other side. Alternating hands. One more.
Woo! Guys,
Okay.
this is not easy.
The last one will just be on the floor.
Okay.
Your knees are bent. We'll do ab crunches. Tuck all the way to your chest. Then both legs. 1, 1, and both legs.
Oh.
Let's go. 1, 1, both legs. 1, 1, both legs. One more. 1, 1, both legs. So these are exercises that anyone can do. These are your beginner exercises.
Yeah.
Very safe. But always make sure that whenever you're doing squats, tucking your back, chest
Yeah.
out, you take a sit as if you are taking a dump.
Yeah.
So taking a dump is actually the fundamental position of doing a squat.
Okay.
Once you master that, you can add resistance and start adding muscle.
All right.
If you wanna build your core, you can be in a plank position.
Yeah.
Do a forearm plank or shoulder taps, just to strengthen your core and your upper body muscles as well.
And you
And then-
definitely feel it from your thighs to your back to your chest. Like you instantly feel
Yes.
it. If you consistently do these things, you will begin to see changes in your body.
But always make sure that, don't forget, form is everything.
Yeah.
Once you get the form right, you can build any body or you can just build your desired body. But everything starts with form. You
Yeah.
get that right, you're on the right track.
Get that right and you're on the right track. A big shout out to Sia for coming through and chatting to us about incorporating fitness into a healthy lifestyle. And like he said, guys, it's very easy to get started. It's just about enhancing the food that you already eat and incorporating just more healthier things into it.
And be
of course-
consistent. Be
and be
consistent.
consistent. And like we're doing here,
Consistency.
you guys can tell that I'm naturally fit, but I need to be more fit. Yeah, we'll be back after this. And we've come to the end of today's explosive episode. A big shout out to our sponsors, which are of course the Department of Health and the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture for making it all possible. A big thank you to Meat Meat in Orlando East for inviting us through to use their facilities and of course taste their delicious meat. We are live on a brand new episode on a brand new month. Continue to like, subscribe, and share the channel with all your friends. We're live on Facebook, Twitter, and of course Instagram. It is at LoveLifeNGO, hashtag The Purple Couch. I'm your host, WTTO, and this has been a takeover. Until the next episode, keep taking over. Bye, everybody.